Loan move for Chelsea youngster. More information on Chelsea chasing Juventus centre-back Rugani, Napoli ready to make a bid for David Luiz, and an update on Maurizio Sarri joining Chelsea. To find out about all of that and more in detail, make sure you watch today's transfer show until the end. Hello there guys and welcome back to 100% Chelsea for another episode of the Transfer Show. And this is the show where we'll give you all the latest news surrounding Chelsea Football Club, whether it is about the new manager or any players, coming in or going out, all of that. And if you don't want to miss out on any of that, do make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea if you haven't already. And also do make sure you click the notification bell button down below and choose to be notified about all uploads, because otherwise you'll just miss some of the videos. And let's also set ourselves a like target. Let's see whether we can hit 500 likes in this video. We would massively appreciate it. So do make sure you smash the like button down below and let's get over 500 likes. Obviously the more the better. But now getting into the video and starting off with the stories, and the first one being Chelsea youngster Trevoh Chalobah, Nate Chalobah's younger brother, has yesterday officially joined Ipswich Town on a season-long loan in the Championship. Not too long ago I already mentioned that it was reported that several Championship clubs were interested in a loan for Chalobah, but yeah, now it has officially happened, obviously, to Ipswich. I mean, if you didn't know, Trevoh Chalobah is 18 years old, about to turn 19, and can play both as a centre-back and a midfield. But yeah, there's not that much more to say about it. Good luck to him on his loan, and let's hope he can get a lot of game time this season. But now coming to the next story, and there has been some more information coming out about Juventus Daniele Rugani. I spoke about him not too long ago, and Louis also spoke about him on Sunday, and the reports keep changing. It's a bit weird. When I spoke about it, we apparently agreed a €35 million deal. When Louis spoke about it, we apparently had a 30 million deal rejected, although I'm not sure whether that was 30 million euros or 30 million pounds. If it was pounds, then that's basically the 35 million euro I spoke about not long before that. Now today's reports, and today's news basically, have come out stating that we've launched our first bidder, they are saying basically, of 35 million pounds or roughly 40 million euros. But God knows which one of those stories is true. Is any of those stories even true? God knows. Like I said, I mean, have we even had a bid rejected? Have we even made this supposed 35 million pound offer? Who knows? I mean, it is also said that we've offered to double his wages to £60,000 a week, which if you think about, Loftus-Cheek having been on that wage at Chelsea for a few years now, long before ever playing regularly, whether that was at Chelsea or on loan, £60,000 isn't exactly a lot in Chelsea and Premier League terms. That £60,000 a week story though does equal what I said a few days ago that we offered him. When I mentioned a figure of 3.5 million euros a year, £60,000 a week does basically equal 3.5 million euros a year. I said it already when I last spoke about him. Let's just see what happens, whether we'll get him, and if we do get him, how much we're gonna end up paying for him. Let's just wait and see. And then it has also come out that Napoli are apparently prepared to make an offer of 30 million euros for David Luiz. And it doesn't seem like he's still part of the Sarri, joining Chelsea deal, but that doesn't mean that Napoli don't want him, of course. Now, if Luiz was to leave and Chelsea don't see Kurt Zouma as good enough to play for us, well then it does make sense to sign the centre-back, for example Rugani. But sticking with David Luiz, and 30 million euros or approximately 26 million pounds, I'd say would be a rather fair offer for David Luiz actually. I mean, maybe raise it by another 5 mil or so with the market influx over the recent years, but Luiz is 31 years old. You can't expect to make big money on him anymore, especially considering he's basically not played since November with very few exceptions. But Chelsea accepting an offer by Napoli for David Luiz, and David Luiz, accepting an offer by Napoli to go there, are two different things. Would Luiz even want to move to Napoli? I mean, I'm sure he'd enjoy the weather there. It's Naples, it's very much in the south of Europe, so I'm sure he'd love the weather considering he's Brazilian, even though he seems just fine in London where, except this week apparently, it's not always that great. I mean, he'd most likely be a starter there as well, which certainly isn't guaranteed at Chelsea, and Napoli are also in the Champions League. I mean, we all know that David Luiz does love Chelsea and would probably first and foremost want to stay and play at Stamford Bridge. But if that turns out not to be an option for him, he might be happy to join Napoli. Who knows? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I do hope that David Luiz will stay. I think he still has a lot to offer and is an important figure in the dressing room, and I think that's important as well, and sometimes people seem to disregard that a little bit. And the last bit of news I'm going to talk about today is an update on the Sarri situation. Obviously, Louis spoke about it on Sunday already and said that Sarri has terminated his contract with Napoli, with a compensation of 5 million euros being due, which, let's be honest, is what Chelsea are going to pay basically to get him out of there. And Louis also reported that Sarri was due to fly to London to put pen to paper basically at Chelsea yesterday on Monday. And the update on that is reports saying that Sarri didn't actually board that flight to London yesterday, as his legal team apparently told him doing so could have him face legal actions. which to me doesn't make sense because he's been in London already over the last few weeks, unless we've been extremely misinformed, over that period. But with that, why would those reports even come out? If anything, it suggests that his Napoli deal hasn't been terminated yet, and if that is the case, not flying to London, but signing a contract with Chelsea is what could bring up legal consequences for him. It has also been said that contrary to reports that have come out over the last few weeks, that we're still in negotiations with Conte as to how much we're going to have to pay him to sack him basically. And that could suggest that the media didn't really get the full info on this situation, and Sarri didn't fly to London to sign anything, because if he did, Conte could basically seek legal actions against Chelsea in theory, as he hasn't been sacked yet and he's still employed as the first team, head coach basically at Chelsea. And if obviously Sarri took that role, that, basically Conte could seek legal action like I said. But whether any of those reports are true or not, it doesn't really matter, because nothing concerning Sarri will be officially announced before Conte hasn't officially left Chelsea. Obviously, if things with Conte are sorted out, as was said over the last few weeks, it should really all happen very soon, if the reported agreement with Napoli was actually found as well. If, like the latest reports are saying, negotiations with Conte are still ongoing, then it might obviously take another few days. Whether both of the deals, part of the deals basically haven't been fully figured out yet, whether that is with Sarri and obviously Napoli and Conte as well, we don't know. If it was one of them, if one of them is the issue, it might still take a few days. If both of them are sorted, over the next few days, we should, be able to expect basically Conte to be, sacked officially and then Sarri to be appointed officially. The only thing that we do see and can say is that more and more reliable sources are stating that Sarri joining Chelsea is close to happening. And I do strongly believe that Sarri will be our new manager for next season, and hopefully will also be officially appointed before pre-season starts, of course. But yeah, that really is it from me. Leave me all of your thoughts on all of the mentioned stories down in the comment section below. Obviously, what do you make of the Trevoh Chalobah moving to Ipswich on loan? About Rugani, like I said, do you even want him, especially if David Luiz could possibly leave? Obviously, that has been, in the air for a while, but now it seems not to be part of the deal with Sarri, just like a separate transfer possibly. Just leave me your thoughts about it. And obviously, on the situation with Sarri, I mean, no one really knows what's happening. Like, I honestly don't think anyone that's not actually part of making those deals, whether it's Marina and her people and De Laurentiis and his people and Conte's people and Sarri's people, actually know what's happening. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully get sorted sooner rather than later. Like I said in the beginning, let's see whether we can hit 500 likes in this video. We would massively appreciate it. So do make sure you smash that like button. Also, don't forget to check out my social media, which is Loud1507 on both Instagram and Twitter, as you can see over here. And also the links to, my Twitter and Instagram are both down in the description below, so you can click them and follow me over there. I would massively appreciate it. And of course, if you are new, do make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea. And obviously, we keep repeating it. Do make sure you click that notification bell button as well, and choose to be notified about all uploads, because otherwise you just miss some of our videos. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Up the Chelsea, and I'll see you next time.